Sale FC are just one win away from National 1. Copyright Dave Hulme. Sale FC have one final hurdle to overcome as they aim to clinch the National 2 North title when they visit Leicester Lions this weekend. Jonathan Keep's side are currently 1 point clear at the summit, and they also have a game in hand, so a win in the Midlands on Saturday would seal promotion and the championship for the men from Heywood Road. Second-placed Sedgley Park take on Sheffield Tigers in round 30, and they can still win the title, but it would take a catastrophic collapse by Sale if they were to steal top spot. While the automatic promotion place is yet to be decided, the fight for survival is still ongoing in National 2 North. Lucktonians, Blaydon, Wharfedale and even the aforementioned Leicester Lions are still battling for safety as we head into the final scheduled weekend of the term. The Lions require just a point from their final 2 games to stay in this division, while Lucktonians have to avoid defeat against Sheffield this Saturday if they are to take advantage of their 2 games in hand which they have at the start of May. For Wharfedale and Blaydon, the equation is clearer. Dale are currently safe and are 1 point clear of Blaydon, so if they match or better the result of Matt Thompson's side, then they will avoid relegation. Failure to do so could see Blaydon escape the drop. Elsewhere in National 2 North this weekend, Tyndale go to Chester and Stourbridge host Otley, while Huddersfield entertain South Leicester. Leicester Lions v Sale FC. Sale FC are closing in on another piece of history. After coming so close to promotion to National 1 just under 12 months ago, Jonathan Keep's side are on the verge of the 3rd tier this time around. The men from Heywood Road have risen to the challenge, and now they require just a victory from their visit to Leicester Lions on Saturday and they will be crowned National 2 North champions. Training at Carrington this evening ahead of it. Leicester Lions won this weekend as their 21 successive victories has led Sale to this position, and out to spoil the party this weekend will be Leicester Lions. Mathematically, Andy Key's side are still not safe, but it would take a brave person to bet against the Lions staying in this league. The Midlands club have 2 games left to play and need just 1 point from their final fixtures to confirm their place in this division for another year. Sedgley Park v Sheffield Tigers. A team that has racked up 21 straight victories could easily have secured the title by now, but Sedgley Park have continually denied Sale FC of that opportunity. As Sale repeatedly churn out the wins, Sedge match them, and heading into round 30, there is still the possibility that Matt Bebbington's side can win National 2 North. As things stand, Sedge are 1 point behind Sale, but the league leaders have a game in hand, so it would take an astonishing collapse from the table toppers to let Sedge snatch the championship crown. Realistically for Sedge, the focus is on building momentum towards the National 2 playoff match, which will be against Shinner. The men from Park Lane have certainly maintained their rhythm since the turn of the year, and they come into this fixture with Sheffield Tigers having won 13 of their last 14 matches. As for the visitors, they confirmed their safety in this division for a 2nd year on the spin following a solid win over Leicester Lions last weekend, and a victory in Manchester on Saturday could see them end the campaign in 10th place. Chester v Tyndale. Tyndale's hopes of finishing in 2nd place came to a conclusion last weekend following their late defeat at home to Wharfedale. The loss for Scott Lawson's men ended their chances of potentially sneaking into the playoff place, and now Tyne's attention will be focused on securing the bronze medal. Overall, it has been a campaign full of positives for the Northeast side, and they could well be eyeing another promotion push next season as they look to make a return to National 1. They end the season away at Chester, and this will be the hosts' last match of the campaign despite having 2 fixtures left to play. Their game in hand against South Leicester at the start of May has been void, so the Cheshire outfit know that only a win against Tyndale this weekend could see them leapfrog Huddersfield into the top 6. If they don't achieve that, Chester will still be pleased with their progress this season, especially in the second half of the campaign, and a 12th triumph from 14 home matches would be a good way to end the term. Stourbridge v Otley. Stourbridge welcome Otley to Stourbridge Park for their final game of a roller coaster campaign. For large chunks of this season, Neil Mitchell's men looked like they would end the term in a top 2 spot, but mini blips in form during the year hampered their chances of another shot at National 1. All in all, it has still been a very strong season for Stour, who could still finish in 3rd place. A 12th home win this weekend combined with a Tyndale defeat could see them steal the bronze medal spot, but Otley will travel to the Midlands aiming to end the campaign on the front foot. After securing their status in this division for another year following a victory over Sheffield in round 28, the Yorkshire outfit were beaten by relegation-threatened Lucktonians at Cross Green last week, so Otley will be eager to respond by rounding off the season with a 6th away victory of the term. Bladen v Hinckley. Bladen welcome Hinckley to Kingston Park this weekend, knowing their fate is out of their hands. The northeast side slipped back into the relegation places in round 29 following a defeat to South Leicester, and now they are 1 point off safety heading into the final weekend of the season. Head coach Matt Thompson told us this week that the Crows must stay focused on their own job rather than worrying about what rivals Wharfedale are doing, and Bladen will not be expecting any gifts from visitors Hinckley, who will be keen to complete the season on a high. Team news: please come and support the lads for the final game of the season. Saturday 28th, at Hinckley Rugby, Kingston Park, 3 p.m. Co. However, inconsistency has plagued them since the turn of the year, but a first away win since February could see the Midlands club end the season in the top 4. Huddersfield v South Leicester. Huddersfield fought hard against Sale FC last Saturday, but in the end, the league leaders had too much for Gareth Lewis' side as they clinched a 45-10 victory. Going to Heywood Road was never going to be easy for Field, but their focus is now on securing a top 6 finish, and it is very much in their own hands. Now Chester's game in hand against South Leicester has been cancelled. It means just 2 points from their final fixture of the campaign will seal 6th place for Huddersfield, and that would be an excellent achievement considering they were promoted back into this division 12 months ago. As for South Leicester, a top half finish is on their radar, and their equation is simple. Because their match with Chester isn't going ahead next week, South need to better the result of Macclesfield to finish in the top 8. The Midlands club have rarely budged from the top half of the division throughout this season, but a run of 6 straight defeats between January and February means they have to fight hard to achieve 8th place on the final day of the campaign. 3 wins from their last 5 games highlights what South are capable of as they aim for another triumph at Heywood Park this weekend. Wharfedale v Macclesfield. It was a 10-minute spell that could prove to be the crucial moment in Wharfedale's season. 2 late tries from captain Phil Woodhead saw Dale turn a defeat into a vital victory against Tyndale in round 29, and the win lifted the Yorkshire club out of the bottom 3. The Greens now have their destiny in their own hands, and if they match or better Bladen's result when they host Macclesfield this weekend, Wharfedale will be competing in National 2 North next season. Match preview and team news for the big one: Wharfedale v Macclesfield, Saturday 28th Co. 3 p.m. See you all there. https://t.co/coecof7hnp told us this week that he wants to keep their fans smiling over the summer, but Macclesfield could put a dampener on Wharfedale's break if they come away from the Avenue with a victory. The Blues were in a similar position to their hosts just before Christmas, but since the arrival of Marshall Ged, MACC have turned their fortunes around and surged towards safety. The Cheshire club are now aiming to secure a top-half finish, and with their game in hand with Hinckley now void next week, a win in Yorkshire would seal 8th place. Luctonians v Sheffield. After their 24-10 defeat to Luctonians, Attlee described the Herefordshire side as the escape artists, and the Lukes will have to produce another couple of masterpieces over the next few weeks if they are to avoid the trapdoor. Ryan Watkins' side are still alive after their victory at Cross Green, and with 3 games left to go in their season, they are 10 points off safety. After round 30, Luctonians face Leicester Lions and Sale FC, so avoiding a defeat at Mortimer Park against Sheffield is must if they are to stand a chance of staying afloat for another week. Sheffield travel south after their fate was sealed in brutal fashion last Saturday. An 11-try mauling by Sedgley Park confirmed their immediate relegation back down to the 5th tier, but they have the chance to end their time at this level on a high by clinching their 3rd away triumph of the term.